We are back. We are talking World Series baseball. Unfortunately, the Rays aren't in it, but that's not any news to anybody. It is the Texas Rangers and the St. Louis Cardinals, which in the beginning there, the Cardinals were not looking all too hot. Neither was Albert.
Can you imagine? They were down.
So for them to be at this point,
they were down 10 games in the division. Now they're in the World Series.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Completely insane.
It's crazy.
But before we get into the actual series, who do you think will win?
I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I just think they got more weapons in their lineup. Not saying that.
How many games?
6.
See, I think it's going to be the Rangers in 6. The thing is, when you look at both the teams,
I'm just taking it to the pitching lineup because both lineups have just dynamite in their bats.
Well, yeah. Well, and both have really good bullpens. Both have really good starting pitching. The one issue with the Rangers starting pitching, though, is they've played 10 postseason games. Their pitcher hasn't made it past. Their starting pitcher hasn't made it past the 6th inning in any of the games. But their bullpen has been so lights out. It hasn't been an issue, but, how long can they keep it up, and is that going to take a toll on them considering, they have played a whole season too?
That's true.
So, that being said, like you said, the Rangers, anyone on that lineup can just jack one out.
This is true.
From Napoli to Hamilton to
Cruz.
Don't pitch to Nelson Cruz. I've seen Beltre hit home runs from his knee.
Yeah.
And then on the Cardinals, you don't have as much firepower, but you have guys. The Rangers proved it. They can win games just hitting enough solo home runs. The Cardinals are a team that are going to get people on base, and then just they're going to knock them around.
Manufacture runs. And you've seen what happens when teams try and rely on the long ball in the playoffs.
Doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't. So I will go for the team that's better at actually manufacturing runs old school way.
Fair enough. And it's one of those.
And they got enough consistent batters to where it was like, all right, they're not going to, you're not going to see nobody smash the ball at the stadium a couple times a game. But, if you need a clutch double, I would probably trust that Cardinals lineup before I'd go for Texas.
And I think this is the first World Series in years where I actually don't know who I want to win. Like, I'd like to see Albert Pujols win a World Series. He'll probably have another chance.
Right.
But I like Albert, and you don't know if he'll ever have another chance. I like Tony La Russa. He's from Tampa. I'm rooting for them. At the same time, if my team's going to lose to a team in the playoffs, I'd rather that team win the World Series so I can at least sleep a little bit better at night.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I'm content enough that they made it to World Series, but I'm still pissed off to the point where I don't want them to win it. So
at the same time, though, I would love to see Ron Washington in a parade with his crackhead hair and in a World Series ring. Can you imagine how much crack you can get when you win a World Series?
He's going to pound that ring.
So crack.
Well, you can't have both.
And I like Nolan Ryan.
Because he's going to pawn that ring.
And Josh Hamilton.
For crack. I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying. I'd like to see Josh Hamilton get a ring. I know he screwed over the Rays organization because he couldn't quit doing drugs.
Again, crack.
Crack. So crack.
This segment is sponsored by crack.
And not the plumber kind.
No.
Tell you something you don't know about. Me, Joe Rogan.
I smoke rocks.
Just put a little Tabasco on it.
Oh man. But yeah, I'd definitely like to see the Cardinals win.
Well, game 1 is going to be C.J. Wilson versus Chris Carpenter. So let's see if anyone's arm can actually stop these bats. These World Series could be one of the highest scoring World Series that we see.
That might make me watch.
Could be. Well, game 1 is Wednesday night. I'll be watching. You should be watching. I'll be drinking at a bar watching.
Okay.
Because that's all I do now. I'm a raging alcoholic these days.
Good for you.
Whatever. Gotta pass the time somehow. Liver is not going to kill itself.
Correct.
So, all right, that's it for the World Series. We will be back with the top 5 for you.